What's going on, people? It's time to talk about spoilers for Avengers Endgame. And I got that coming up for you next. How could I not do a spoiler video for Avengers Endgame? I had to. Everybody's doing it, so I have to do it as well. It is just inherent with this movie. I just can't not talk about the plot of this movie, you know? I got to talk to you guys about it. So if you have already seen this movie and there are things that bugged you and there are things that you absolutely loved about it, I want to know about all of them. So comment down below. Just let me know about all of that. You can spoil anything you want here because this is the spoiler review. So spoiler warning up top. Me and everybody down in the comments section is going to spoil the shit out of this movie. So, also, if you like this video, I also do spoiler videos when necessary, but I also review a lot of movies for you guys at the movie theaters, and I do even more 4K Blu-ray reviews and regular Blu-ray reviews, so subscribe if you like all of that good stuff, and you know you do. So, Avengers Endgame, Thanos gets hunted down by the Avengers, and they literally cut his head off. Thor cuts his head off anyway. And, you know, I just dug that whole scene. And when they actually went through with it and actually kind of showed his head fly off, you know, they didn't show it all gory and bloody, but that's more than what I expected for them to show. And I just said, damn, this movie is not going to pull any punches. And it really didn't all the way through. And that is something that I will have to commend the Russos for. They went for it here. And I also commend the studio as well. It takes a lot of guts for a big studio like Disney to actually go for a movie that is this hard, PG-13, with its violence anyway, and they definitely go for it. It isn't anything that you wouldn't see in, like, Lord of the Rings, but, on the other hand, Marvel has always gone soft with its PG-13s, and, yeah, this one definitely, I just felt it not going there, and I felt it being a lot more adult in its violence. I just really dug that. And then it just jumps 5 years into the future. Like, that for me was the first holy shit moment. They have never done anything like that before, but I just love how now it is all about them dealing with loss, and they all deal with it in their own different ways, especially Hawkeye. And you know, he actually got the opening scene because we didn't see what happened to him during Infinity War when Thanos snapped his fingers, and you know, that was awesome as well. But I just really liked seeing how these characters dealt with what happened in Infinity War. I would have liked to see a little bit more from Thanos before they killed him, just you know, how he dealt with it, more than just he made a farm. You know, I know that's what happened in the comic books. He just went on a farm, but you know, I just wanted a little bit more of him and his motivations and what he wanted for himself now that the deed was done. Did he want to connect with Nebula a little more? Did he care? Or did he have remorse about what happened to Gamora? Would he have tried to get her back? I don't know. That, honestly, that is where I thought this movie was going to go. I thought it was that Thanos had so much regret about what happened to Gamora, the true daughter that he loved, and I thought that he was going to try to undo what he did to her. That was what I thought that was going to happen, at least partially in this movie, but that is not what happens. And just because I am trying to stick with everything that I really liked about the movie right now, the whole time travel aspect of this movie is something that we all saw coming. I mean, how could they undo what was done without time travel? Of course it was going to be time travel. I didn't know that it was going to be this heavy in this movie, though, because it is from the entire middle portion of this movie until the end. And, you know, I liked a lot of the time travel elements, but the time travel, like in most time travel movies, it gets a little messy. Specifically at the end, where, you're just not quite sure how people know certain things, and just, yeah. Like, how did, at the end action scene there, how did Strange know that the Avengers were going to be fighting Thanos right there? I don't know. But anyway, it's just a small gripe. What came after that is just the best action scene in a Avengers, not even an Avengers movie, in a Marvel movie to date. It's just awesome. It has so many just like crowd pleasing moments. Right off the top, when Cap becomes worthy enough to wield Mjolnir, that is awesome. And everything that he does with it is just great and just top notch stuff. I especially love when he had the tag team moments with Thor, with it tossing it back and forth. That one person has Mjolnir, the other person has Stormbreaker, and they're just going at it against Thanos. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Pepper Potts in an Iron Man costume, kicking ass. Great. That whole end action scene, awesome. Tony Stark and how he died, great. Captain Marvel. She was minimized in this movie, but she, you know what? She was okay. I kind of feel like her, like I felt about her in the Captain Marvel solo film. She's just okay. But she had some kick-ass action scenes here. She had that kick-ass scene with Thanos. And, this movie, it's just really good with that last half. And with Tony and how he goes out and how Cap goes out. It's all just, it just fits. Especially with Cap. You know, you don't want to see him die. You know, he's a good guy. I like the way that he goes out. I really do. Unfortunately, the things that I didn't like about this movie were just the plot holes that come along with time travel. You know, I have the same kind of plot holes with Days of Future Past. You know, it's just inherent in the kind of time travel films. It's hard. It's almost impossible to really make it so that there aren't a whole lot of plot holes that come along with it. I go with it with this movie just because of so many other things going so well. But the two characters that I really didn't like here were Hulk and Thor. Now these two really had the Guardians aesthetic here. You know, they're just all jokes all the time. You can't take these characters seriously at all. And, Hulk, yeah, you know what? He's Hulk all the time, and he can't be just angry all the time. He can control it now, but he can't get angry anymore either. He's just, he's just a joke. And that's all it comes down to. And then you have Thor, and yeah, he's got that beer belly, and he's all depressed about what happened. But, dude, like, I can't take him seriously throughout this whole entire movie because of the gut that they give him, and it never goes away. It just stays through the whole entire movie. It was just too much for me. Too much. But beyond that, I loved what they did with almost every single other character. Black Widow, I was shocked when they did what they did to her. That she died. I thought that Hawkeye was going to go instead of her, but she did it. And that was my number one shocking moment in this movie. But it also came right after my number one fist pump at the air part of this movie. Even more than Thor being worthy, I got to see the Red Skull again. He was in Infinity War. He came back here. I loved it. I want more of this. Somebody write a what if comic with that version of Red Skull, because I would totally pick it up and read it. I liked Nebula a whole lot in this movie, and her character was really, really a standout here. And this was just a crowd-pleasing movie that really had a great end to what Marvel has been doing for the past 11 years. And if you didn't watch my video review, I gave it a 9 out of 10. And I said that it's not as good as Infinity War. I actually gave Infinity War a 10 out of 10. That was just an amazing experience for me. But this one is just really damn good as well. And just because I'm not giving this a perfect rating doesn't mean that I didn't absolutely love this movie, because I did. And I really love what Marvel has been doing, and I hope that they can continue to do that with the talent that they have. And I hope that they can continue to acquire just great and talented actors like they have for the past 11 years. And guys, you know what? You can take a look at my shelf and you can see what I have coming up for you guys next. And that is Glass. That review for the 4K and the Blu-ray. I have already actually filmed it for you guys. I just have to put it together after this video goes up, so that will be coming up really damn soon. And then I have to do video reviews for Captain America, the Winter Soldier, and Captain America Civil War, because I separate my movie reviews from my Blu-ray and 4K reviews for all Marvel films for you guys. That way I can talk a lot more about the movies. And that will be coming up very shortly as well. If you like all of that good stuff, I have so much coming out for you guys. It's awesome. Alien will come out right after those. It's going to be cool. So, subscribe down here if you want to see all of that, and I will tell you when it comes out. And as always, thank you for watching my videos. You guys are awesome. I don't need to say it because you know it, and I will see all of you next time.